Welcome to Florida's Gulf Coast. Over the next 3 days, we're exploring 3 different counties, each with their own rhythm and character. We're starting things off by living like a local, going to the places people actually love, and the kinds of spots you don't really hear about. Then we shift into something quieter, exploring places that feel untouched, where nature really sets the pace. And we're ending the journey with an experience that's unforgettable in a place that leaves a lasting impression. 3 counties, 3 days, and 1 unforgettable experience. This is Amazing Itineraries, Florida's Gulf Coast. So, because this is the beginning of the itinerary, we have to start with quirky and colorful, and I know just the place for that. It is Carrabelle Junction, and as you guys are about to see, it is a portal to the past. Why do you think this place is so special to locals up and down the Gulf Coast of Florida?
Good food, good atmosphere, good people. It's unique. There's no other place like it.
When people come in, do you typically find they're like wowed?
Well, they love coming in and then just going back in time to like the old-fashioned soda shop. It's just good to feel their vibe when they come in, have a cup of coffee, and we have awesome customers. It's always happy and glad to be here.
And do you feel like the people here are different in that way?
Yes, they are. Very friendly. This is it. This is the Carrabelle Junction. Right now, you can still see the water, and it's not overpopulated and no high rises. People are like neighbors to each other. It's just home. You know, you feel at home when you're here.
You guys are obviously known for tons of food options.
We do breakfast and lunch from open to close. We do unique sandwiches and so forth. We have unique bottle products that most places don't have.
What would you say are the fan favorites when people come to the junction?
They love getting our milkshakes and malts. Old-fashioned soda. We have the old-fashioned egg cream.
What's egg cream?
It's a carbonated drink made with soda water, Hershey syrup, and a little bit of milk. Kind of like carbonated chocolate milk.
Oh, that speaks my language. All right, taste test time. First sip. Not really. So I love chocolate milk and I love carbonation. This is basically carbonated chocolate milk. And I'm going to drink all of it. But if you think this place is quirky, just wait, because the place we are going next takes it up to a whole nother level. Stop number 2, here we come. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said we are going to get even quirkier. Right now we are in a glass paradise made by Leon Weisner, who spent over a year making gorgeous pieces like this lighthouse behind me. But that is just the beginning. Just wait until you see his bottle house. Oh, and by the way, Leon also loved making these geodesic structures because he lived in a geodesic dome in his 20s and 30s in the Tennessee mountains. Anyway, back to the bottle house. Fun fact, Leon made this house with 6,000 bottles embedded in concrete, which, when you walk inside, creates an unbelievable sea of color. So not only did Leon use a ton of bottles, but he also used a ton of varieties. Beer, liquor, wine, and he also sourced them from all different places. Landfills, he had a bunch of friends who would donate them. And after a year of assembling this gorgeous bottle house, we have an artistic masterpiece. Amazing. So the last thing I want to say about this place is people come from all over the country to see it. Missouri, Illinois, California, Washington, New York, you name it. People have been here from that state. And the reason I know that is because of the visitor log, which I'm going to sign right now before we head off. All right, next stop, Apalachicola. All right, you guys, we have made it to Apalachicola, and we are at none other than the Tin Shed. This place is known for a very comprehensive collection of nautical themed items, as you can very clearly tell with this guy that I have on now. And just wait until you see what's around the corner. I'm here with a very appropriately named John Rudder. You're born to be an employee here, John.
I am. I hope it's not overwhelming. We've got a lot of stuff. Harry, the owner, he still travels and sources stuff from all over the place. Obviously, being on the ocean, we're able to source a lot from here.
What's the reaction like when people come in?
It's
overwhelming?
It's definitely kids' and dad's favorite store in Appalachia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool store. My great-great-grandfather was born in Apalachicola in 1859. He was a ship captain. He ran the ship, the Crescent City, that went from Carrabelle to Appalachia. After he retired, they said he made over 20,000 trips between Appalachia and Carrabelle. A lot of people can't even say Apalachicola. The nickname down here is the Forgotten Coast, and it really isn't forgotten. It's just, it doesn't have the development South Florida or the Panama City area has. People like that we don't have the high rises. I mean, it's a real community. A lot of people work fishing, oystering, lots of artists around here. We got some characters in town.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe you'll meet a few while you're here.
We love quirky, so we're hoping for that.
All right.
Okay, you guys, this was very fun, but we are not done with day one. We still have one more site to see while we're here in Franklin County, and that is the gorgeous beaches. Yes, Florida's Gulf Coast is known for stunning beachscapes, and I cannot wait to see them with my own eyes. Plus, we have an iconic landmark to see while we're there too. Here we are. We have arrived at our final stop for the day. It is none other than the Cape St. George Lighthouse. This lighthouse is one of the most dramatic examples of resilience along the entirety of Florida's Gulf Coast, and you're gonna see why once we climb up this beauty. So the reason I use the word resilience is because this lighthouse was constructed 4 times over the course of history, and a lot of these bricks you see here are part of the original construction in the 1800s, which is so cool. And as you're about to see with the view, it shows why resilience pays off in the first place. And side note, you do have to work a little bit to actually see the view. Yeah. Definitely not the easiest in the world, but you know what? We're gonna do it for the views. Oh, wow. What a view. Definitely worth all the hard work. Oh my gosh, this view is everything. Okay, gotta soak this one in because this view is quite unbeatable. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is day 2 and we are here in Wakulla County. We are about to make a splash to start the day, which is why I'm here with Robert Baker. Hello. Who owns TNT Hideaway, a kayak rental in the region. And you were just telling me, Robert, that we're about to see a ton of wildlife on this tour, is that right?
Yes, sir. There's a lot of manatees, a few alligators, possibly some otters, a lot of birds, 1 million turtles.
Why so much wildlife? Like, what's the reason there's such a variety here?
The wetland gives them a lot of area to have a rookery or nesting, to forage for food and shelter, so habitat.
Okay, let's see the wild zoo that is Wakulla County.
All right, let's get at it.
Okay, so fun fact for you guys. This tree right here is the oldest known bald cypress tree along the Wakulla River. It is between 400 to 800 years old. How insane is that? Oh, wow. Oh. Now I can see why they're called sea cows.
They even got whiskers on their nose.
They're adorable. This is the first manatee I've ever seen in my life. I'm glad we saw the manatee first. update. We have seen 12 manatees. This is incredible. I'm obsessed. Yay, we have made it, and final wildlife tallies for you. At least 14 or 15 manatees, 4 otters, 3 alligators, well over 100 turtles, probably over 200 birds. Yeah, plus that was a lot of paddling, so now it is time to eat. It is time for us to chow down, and we are at one of the best places in Wakulla County for it, and that is Posey's Up the Creek Steam Room. This place is very casual, no frills as you're about to see, but it serves up some of the best local cuisine, so let's take a bite. Okay, so for our first course we have oysters. Oysters are a huge deal along Florida's Gulf Coast. It's an industry that has spanned generations and continues to thrive because of the proximity to the Gulf of Mexico. So we're going to see what all the rage is about with these oysters. I got garlic and Parmesan, and I'm going to sprinkle some lemon juice on it before we dig in. Oh my God, that looks so good. Okay, that's very good. Wow, the lemon really makes a difference. And here we have the main course. We are starting off with fried shrimp, french fries, and hush puppies. And then on the sides, we have calamari and mozzarella sticks. As you can tell, fried food, definitely the way of the world here. Mostly seafood with some exceptions, but it's kind of a no frills kind of environment here. It's still very, very good. Yes, once again, the lemon comes in clutch. Now I'm going to dig into all of this food, and then we're going to take a hike to burn off all of these calories. Add on the calories to then take them off, so bye. We have now officially taken a hike, or the beginning of the hike. We are now at the Cathedral of Palms Trail in St. Mark's National Wildlife Refuge. This refuge is 86,000 acres, but the Cathedral of Palms is a small concentrated section of it. What the Cathedral of Palms is basically a cathedral of cabbage palms, which is the official state tree for Florida. And as you can very obviously tell, it is gorgeous, but there's more gorgeousness to see in 1 second. Oh, and for those of you who are curious about what an old growth forest means, I got you. An old growth forest is basically a section of forest that is untouched by human development, major catastrophes, or any substantial changes to the landscape. So you'll get trees that are over 150 years old with substantial changes in tree development. Cathedral of Palms is the perfect example. And we have reached the end of the Cathedral of Palms Trail. Wow, that was so gorgeous. What may be even more gorgeous though is this trail, the Florida Trail. It is a national scenic trail that runs for 1,500 miles and showcases more natural beauty across the state, so highly recommend checking that out. But we have more natural beauty to see tomorrow. So I'm going to head to my car and I will see you guys in the morning. It is no secret that Mother Nature knows no bounds here along Florida's Gulf Coast, and that's why for day 3 we are getting right back into it. But this place is a little different because it is very otherworldly. Welcome to Dead Lakes. Okay, so before we get in the water and I show you guys this very eerie scene that's unfolding before us, I want to introduce you guys to Matt Godwin, who runs Off the Map Expeditions, a kayaking tour company and boat tour company.
Yes.
Thanks for having us, Matt.
Absolutely. Glad you guys could come out today.
So what on earth are we looking at here at Dead Lakes?
We are looking at a forest of dead and stunted cypress trees. That's what gives the area its name, Dead Lakes. These live trees behind us are dormant right now. They're going to be turning green here in the next few weeks. Look at the diameter, the girth of the base of this thing. It's going to go back several hundred years old. Had this thing been intact, you're looking at an 80 to 100 foot tree.
Wow. What is it like to kayak through this
It's like a maze.
ghost forest?
It's like a maze. Even on the boat here, you can see, you don't have a line of sight to the shore. When you're down on the water in those kayaks, people are like, man, this is like a different planet. And it really is. It's very, very unique.
This is gonna be awesome. All right, so we've been in the water for about 10 minutes and my jaw has dropped 100 times. I'm not even kidding. This is basically a sea of bald cypress trees and stumps, which create an atmosphere you have to see to believe. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a darker part to that stump there that indicates where the water level usually is. So it's about 3 feet below normal, which is ideal. So if you ever come, highly recommend going before any significant rainfall to get the full effect of this place. And I promise you, it is worth it. It's really interesting, the contrast of feelings that come up with this place. This place is unsettling in some ways, but it's also otherworldly and magical and peaceful. And it is honestly mind-blowing to me that this is real, this exists. You never know what awaits in the most unexpected places. And we are just beginning day 3. There is more to see, people. And we're gonna continue on and see more incredible beauty, if you can believe that. Oh, there's a turtle. Before we see some more natural sights though, we have to fuel up. And that is why we are at Indian Pass Raw Bar. This place is a beloved institution for 2 reasons. 1, really good food. And 2, they actually operate on an honor system, believe it or not. Let's check it out. So I'm here with Austin McNeil. He is a 4th generation family member here at Indian Pass Raw Bar.
We've been in this area since 1903. The building has been here since 1929.
When did it become a restaurant? When
It
did
became a
that
restaurant in 1986. Everything about it's unique. You get your own drinks. You're out here in the middle of the sticks, laid back, and we usually have great music. It's really nice to come out here and just be away from everything.
And the getting your own drinks, that's part of the honor system, right?
Yes.
Because that's not an everyday circumstance.
It's not. My dad, he would be here, and he wasn't the most get up and go kind of guy, and he would just be like, go get your own drinks or go get your own whatever, do whatever you want. We're gonna be back here making food. It makes people so happy when they're able to get their own drinks, sit outside, hang out with people.
I want to talk about the food, specifically oysters.
Yes.
Because the oysters I heard come from Appalach. Why is it such a big deal that you guys have those?
That Apalachicola River that it feeds off of is just so rich in nutrients and stuff that it's just different than any other body of water. Whereas most oysters are just very salty, briny. These have a weird, sweet, something you can't get anywhere else.
Gotcha. Say no more. It is time to try them. So, these are the biggest oysters I've ever seen in my life. Look at this bad boy. Insane. These are from Apalachicola, which, fun fact, was once known as the oyster capital of the world. It's still very much a huge oyster mecca. And let's see if it's any good. Yes. Can confirm. Very good. Very flavorful. This is very good. Okay. We have finally fueled up and we are ready to head to our last stop of this entire itinerary. I'm very excited for this. It is a gorgeous slice of paradise on earth known as St. Joseph Peninsula State Park. There are two key features I want to show you guys while we're here in St. Joseph Peninsula State Park. The first one is right here. It's called the Maritime Hammock Trail. It's about a half a mile long and goes through features like this depression marsh, which includes slash pines, saw palmettos, and saw grass. And we have now made it to the sand scrub portion of the trail. Scrub is actually the largest plant community in the entire state park, and as you can see behind me and in front of me, there is a ton of it. But in addition to that, you'll also find sand pine, Florida rosemary, and reindeer moss. I'm not entirely sure what reindeer moss looks like, but it sounds very whimsical, which I love. Yeah, this is quite a wild environment here. Last but not least, we are at the Maritime Hammock, which is how the trail got its name. And actually right now we are walking on what used to be a coral reef. Now it is a crazy looking jungle that has red cedar, red bay, and southern magnolia. Oh, we're almost to the water. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this trail comes with a bonus, and that bonus is beautiful views of St. Joseph Bay. Absolutely gorgeous. I cannot get over this view, you guys. This is awesome. I'm so glad I saved it for my last stop. Literally white sand beach as far as you can see. Also, the sun is setting, which like never happens on the East Coast on a beach. This video has now come to a close. Thanks for watching this entire video. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment, do all the things, because there's more to come. Where will we go next? Guess you'll just have to wait and see.